What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Von Andretti, and I'm back with yet another album review today. Today we are going to be covering my album of the year. Yes, I said it, album of the year. I know most people are surprised, considering who just recently dropped, that is not my album of the year. But that record that we did cover in our last album review, if you haven't checked that out, Some Sexy Songs for You review, is live. Is my number 2. Today's album is still my number 1, and that is the Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow. This was the conclusion of a trilogy, as well as the conclusion of the Weeknd being the Weeknd. He is now transitioning from the Weeknd into going by Able Testify. In my opinion, I do believe this is a attempt to get in his Michael Jackson bag. I do feel like he is approaching that stratosphere. He has the critical acclaim in terms of a catalog. He does have the popularity. Next step from here is more classics, more bangers, and just continued consistency. And I wouldn't see any reason why it wouldn't be a conversation. Getting back to the album, concluded the trilogy. We did get After Hours, Don FM, and then our conclusion here with Hurry Up Tomorrow. Looking at this album, we got around 22 songs, around 2 to 3 interludes. Not much to really complain about, man. Not much to really complain about. I do want to mention, this is one of the craziest first listens I have ever had. Sounds are crazy all over this. From the intro all the way to the end. It's a journey. It is an experience. This is one of the first R&B records, pop records, whatever you want to call it, it is. I do feel like it is a bridge between both. This is one of the first one of these records in either genre where I sat and listened and felt like this is a movie. You ever listen to an album and be like, damn, I'm really curious what the visuals on this are going to look like. That is what I experienced during my first listen. The more I listened, the more I understood, but I still would say replace those interludes for songs. Unless the interlude is a song or a funny skit. If it's just talking or weird transitional noise, in the case of Hurry Up Tomorrow, I did feel like we could have did without it. But again, I am kind of splitting hairs here. It still was a phenomenal record regardless. A lot of the songs flowed together. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. For example, take Baptized in Fear and Open Hearts. On my first listen to this album, it took me about 1 minute and 25 seconds to realize that I was no longer listening to Baptized in Fear. That's how smooth that transition into that song was. It's almost to the point where I feel like you can't really listen to Open Hearts without listening to Baptized in Fear first. You got to put them right after each other. You got to put Baptized in Fear and Open Hearts just for a good listen, in my opinion. And that's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing at all. Those songs just flow together so perfectly, and definitely perfectly in the grand scheme of the album. Looking at it, out of 22 songs, if I had to tell you my bottom 3, I would say the bottom half of this album wasn't really all that. Kind of from 18 to 22 down, I do feel like we can go without, except 19. The Abyss is a quality song, and it actually caught me by surprise. Most of us Weeknd fans know that, we're due for a Lana Del Rey Weeknd collab. She was on Stargirl Interlude on Starboy. They do have some musical history together. But I've never really been the biggest fan of their collabs. This one, however, The Abyss, however, chef's kiss. Their voices went together perfectly. They bounced off each other perfectly on this song. I'm very surprised. I am very surprised. When I heard it, I was like, hold on. I know that ain't Lana. Then as I continued to listen, I was like, oh, this is Lana. And it really shocked me that I enjoyed that song. Really. And I still do enjoy that song to this day. I do feel like we could have went without Big Sleep, Red Terror, and Without Warning. That would 100% be my bottom 3 Hurry Up Tomorrow. If I had to give you my top 5 Hurry Up Tomorrow, however, first we're going to give it to you without an order, and then I would make my best attempt to actually rank these songs without order. I would say Give Me Mercy, Niagara Falls, Enjoy the Show, Baptized in Fear, and Wake Me Up. If I had to rank them, my top one song would be Niagara Falls. If I had to give you a number 2, I would say Enjoy the Show. If I had to give you a number 3, I would say Give Me Mercy. If I had to give you a number 4, it would be Baptized in Fear. And then the intro track is my number 5, Wake Me Up. Digging into these tracks, it's something different on all of them. Wake Me Up, what's special about this song to me, I do like the Thriller sample he used. I am a sucker for a good sample. Big fan of the Thriller sample on Wake Me Up. In terms of Baptized in Fear, I do feel like this is the most personal song on the record. Go listen to yourself, look at those lyrics, you'll understand what I mean by that. Enjoy the Show is a continuation of excellent chemistry between Pluto and The Weeknd, Future and The Weeknd. If you don't know, The Weeknd was featured on Future's second album release of 2024, We Still Don't Trust You, and this is just another continuation. The Weeknd was able to get Future on some crooner vibes, and I enjoy it. The production on this record is very, very good. Going into Give Me Mercy, what I really enjoy about this song is it's kind of like a gospel song. It is kind of like a gospel song. I do feel like it could possibly be Abel's attempt, The Weeknd's attempt at showing a little bit more versatility in terms of his range of type of songs that he can make. I wouldn't turn down a Weeknd gospel album. I mean, I feel like at some point, if they ain't a rapper, except Snoop Dogg, if they ain't a rapper, you probably are going to get a Christmas album or a gospel album. And I'll take either or from The Weeknd. I'm not complaining. Good music is good music. Closing out the top 5 is Niagara Falls. Man. I think his flow on this song is elite. Steady kid from the borough. Pull up on the city dolo. You know you can reach me. He was vibing on that song. That is 100% my favorite song off this record. Closing up our review on this album, of course I did say it's my album of the year. So I would give this album, as it stands currently, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. Again, do feel like there was a couple of songs that we could have went without, but understanding the grand scheme of the project, they did fit and flow well into the project, which does add to the beauty of an album. If you are able to essentially make an album that is a movie, what critique can you really give? What critique could you really give? But I did want to give you guys my thoughts on my current album of the year. Currently the biggest release of the year for now. In Able Testify, The Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow. I do appreciate you guys tuning in, listening to me speak about this record. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'm out.